We're here today with Lara Morgan, and I'm very excited. I don't know how she keeps all this energy up. She's a multi-millionaire, she's a mum, and she's really passionate about helping businesses grow. So you better all take notice to Lara Morgan. Thanks for being with us.
Hello.
How do you keep up this energy? You're a very busy lady.
Well, other than actually making a physical effort to stay fit and healthy, which I do. I do triathlons for fun, which is madness in its own right. I have 3 young children who keep me young and keep me, I guess, wanting to be being productive. I think leadership by example is enormously important. And during my running of my business, I learned some tricks of the trade where I think you can be highly productive but still find balance, which is the eternal challenge.
So you've just mentioned your business, which was, you've had quite a few fingers in pies, but Pacific Direct. Can you tell us a little bit about that? What you actually did?
My first baby, if you like.
Yeah.
And I think very much, when you build a business and it is the one that you began first, it's always something highly sentimental. Pacific was a toiletries business that I started from scratch when I was 23. That's 20 years ago, so that dates me somewhat. Quite young in those days for starting a business, very lucky. I was given an opportunity, went with it, and the business grew. So over 17 years, we went from a start-up, if you like, to turning £23.5 million, selling in 110 countries, representing fabulous licensed brands like Elemis and Penhaligon's in England, White Company, also Bulgari, Asprey, some beautiful products in miniature, and delivering them to 110 countries around the world. In the shape of miniature toiletries for hotels as well as other accessories, but that was and is what Pacific Direct does brilliantly.
Mm-hmm. You farewelled that company not too long ago. I've read some interviews where you say that it was quite a sad moment doing that. Tell us about that decision.
Yeah, I still own nearly 20% of the company. So I'd still encourage people to remove the soap from every hotel room and trolley. But
I do that, don't worry.
Yeah, good, and I think everybody does. When you decide to move on and realise some of what you've created, for me it's all about the people. Every business is about people and the power of what they bring to your endeavours and your vision. I built some great friendships up, and in fact I'm having dinner with a whole team of that people next week, because I'm very much in touch with that family, if you like. These are people that changed my life. I hope to have influenced them in a positive way. We did, lots of training, lots of learning, lots of continual growth, not least me needing the most. Mm-hmm. But letting go is something I can't describe in terms of how different it is. And very quickly the phone that was, religiously ringing because I was in a fantastic hospitality industry goes quieter, and you then have to start building new passions.
I'm not believing you that your phone doesn't ring. You were saying you were a little bit excited being down in this basement in Adam Street, because you might not get too much coverage down here. So tell us about what's keeping you busy these days.
First of all, I think it's important to mention an ambition around growth business. I am passionate about putting back into enterprise, but I have a particular focus, which is I don't think that there's enough voice around growing companies and the support that they get. So I suppose also to put my money where my mouth is, I've built a website which will launch soon called companyshortcuts.com, and on it there are frameworks and templates, and I suppose in a style for which I'm quite recognised to be pretty direct. There's KUTA, which stands for kick up the arse. No offence intended, but enterprise people know that they can't juggle all of the time, or it's just very difficult. So the kick up the arse is a reminder on a daily basis to look at something in your business, to improve it and to continue to progress. Mm-hmm. I'm also passionately involved in supporting and founding Startup Britain campaign, which is about centralising this enormous ambition for enterprise and putting a positive face and a positive attitude on enterprise in Britain and supporting the people that want to have a go and giving them tools and direction on what really helps them work. So those are a few things, and I also have interest in some social enterprises, which I really enjoy, and I'm about to make an acquisition of a UK manufacturing company, So yeah, I have my hands full.
And 3 kids as well.
Indeed, who are very positively confident, and actually I think that's the most important thing I can say. I mean, my ambition is to bring up children that are not spoiled. And I grew up in a 3-bedroom flat. I don't live in a 3-bedroom flat anymore, and I feel very privileged, but my children have to wash cars to make money for ski holidays, and I spend a lot more time grounding what is right in life, and I now have that time instead of travelling as relentlessly as I did.
A lot of our readers are just sort of thinking about starting up, or they just have started up a business, but quite a few of them are also on that sort of shaky path where they're sort of trying to figure out how they're going to grow. What do you think? Because there is a large amount of business failure in this country. What do you think the main problem is?
I think that, first of all, I think that the ambition to grow a business is enormously important, but I do think that there's the devil in the deep blue sea about becoming a celebrity for enterprise and actually doing the stuff that really matters. And the answer to your question is that I would like to see the failure rate dramatically change. But that comes down to individual application and staying focused. So the one thing that I would say immediately to people is just stop. Stop whatever you're doing and write down 3 key objectives. And do they meet and deliver value to the end goal of what you're trying to achieve? Because if you can do that, and every day you can sense check that everything you do is aligned, and you're not distracted. I gave one of my social enterprise people, I shared him a piece of my mind, if you like, last night, because he was at a social event, and I said to him, what is in this room is going to make you money? What is going to being here, sacrificing another night away, going to give you for growing your business? And if it isn't directly corresponding, don't do it. More than that, I think that there are 4 key pillars. You have to sell, right? If you're not selling, actually, you don't need any of the structure. You don't need any of the foundations because you have nothing to deliver. You must know your numbers, and you must do some planning around numbers being cash and the importance of understanding money in a business. Too many people start a business and trust somebody else without understanding the metrics and finance. That kills business time and time again. And there will be late payers, so you have to have buffers. You can't depend on the big guys to pay bills on time, although we should try and put that right. I think, sticking to your guns, that back to that focus piece, a lesson I learned far too late. I don't have regrets about Pacific, but boy do I have a learning curve about the stuff that I could have done faster, better by staying more focused and having a key plan about what I wanted to do. And then finally, and most importantly, it's said many times, but it should never stop being said, that if you surround yourself with brilliance, and in my case it wasn't difficult because I had very few skills. I'm a salesperson by trade, very proud to be a salesperson, but do it the right way so that I retain the customers. But ultimately it was the group of people that worked with me at Pacific who were utterly priceless in what they brought to the company. That is what builds business.